Wir gehen weiter. Der nächste Pitch, Be Produced, darf ich vorstellen, oder Be Produced muss ich eigentlich nicht mehr vorstellen. Auch Sie sind schon einige Jahre dabei. Der Wilfried Lepuschitz wird uns die Challenge vorstellen. Wir haben, wie wir alle wissen, keinen Planet B, und Be Produced beschäftigt sich mit dieser Fragestellung und wie man positiv auf den Planet A einwirken kann. Ich begrüße Wilfried Lepuschitz, den CEO, Munir Merdan, CSO und Co-Founder, Vladislav Sharonin von der University of Passau und Kachimsirikwuo, was ich sicher falsch ausgesprochen habe, Entschuldigung dafür, auch Universität Passau. Herzlich willkommen, euer Pitch bitte.
Okay, thank you very much. I will also present in English because our group was actually in English. As the both guys from University of Passau were not German native speakers, so that's why we'll do it also in English. First, I will briefly present Be Produced and our challenge. As you already introduced, Tom, thank you very much that we have already participated in the past. And first of all, let me just briefly introduce Be Produced. So what are we doing? Generally, we're in the electronics manufacturing industry, and we are already online with our marketplace for electronics manufacturing. So if anybody needs to have their PCBs assembled with electronic components, you can find fitting producers through our marketplace. So we're already online. So everybody who's interested in that, please contact us. And we're happy to introduce you to our marketplace in this case. And yeah, that's what we are doing. And we're online with that. It's pretty cool. We're really looking much at sustainability. Why? Because we want to really shorten delivery routes. That means our marketplace is focused on Europe. So it's not necessary to go to the Far East to produce electronics in a sustainable way, or also in a reasonably priced way. You can find producers in Europe as well, and that's what we want to contribute also with our marketplace. And then there are two important topics for the future that we want to take care of, and that's carbon footprint calculation and the digital product passport. They're also interlinked with each other, in fact. And for this challenge, we wanted to look especially at carbon footprint calculation because, of course, that's very important for our climate. And that's how we also want to contribute to sustainability and climate and change and everything like that with what we are doing. And also in this challenge, we have one project ongoing, which is called Recycling Heroes. It's funded by the Federal Ministry of Education, Science and Research in the Sparkling Science program. And in that project, we focused much about recycling and sustainability and so on. Why? Because e-waste, so electronics waste, is, of course, a very important issue for the future. There are a lot of important resources in e-waste that could be reused. And of course, at the same time, electronics has a big impact on the climate as well. It has a significant carbon footprint. And that's what we also wanted to look at in this project. And that's why we are having different school projects ongoing, or nearly finishing now, actually, because this project will also finish soon. We had a lot of different school projects with schools in Vienna, but also in other parts of Austria. And where a lot of school students made really nice products out of, for instance, e-waste, or created a platform for exchanging e-waste so that it can be reused. Different kind of projects. Was pretty cool. And we had this challenge here, which was about carbon footprint calculation, because so far it's quite difficult to calculate the carbon footprint of electronics products. And so we had a few ideas that we put into this whole form of EMM, with the hope that there are some interested people who would like to maybe start with the concept or make some first prototypes on some of these ideas. For instance, like calculating the carbon footprint of an electronics product, and that's what Vlad will then introduce more. And we have some more ideas. And yeah, and with that, I'm already through with my small presentation to introduce the challenge again, what we want to look at in this challenge. And I will hand over to Vladimir of the University of Passau in this case. And his colleague is unfortunately not here today, but Vlad will introduce what they have done over the last couple of months. And they're students of University of Passau. So thank you very much for now.
Thank you very much for coming today. That's our project, which we did. It's, as my colleague said, it's about a special system which allows you to compute the carbon footprint. So why it's very important? Because now we have some ecological problems which we should solve. One of the way also to reduce the carbon footprint, which everybody generate every day. We thought that one of the best variant is to compute how much carbon footprint was generated by phones, by charging phones. Because as you can see, more than close to 9 billion mobile subscriptions, and as we can see, nearly 9 billion of mobile devices used now in the world, and everybody charge their phones, use it, and also can generate big carbon footprint, which nobody can see, but it generated every day. And that's why we create a special system which allows to compute based on how much you use the phone, how much you charge it. Using special formulas, we can show how much carbon footprint you generate per year. It's the thought of our solution. In next few moments, I will show how it's worked directly. So, for example, now we have some databases of phones. For example, let's take Huawei Mate 10. Why not? For example, let's imagine I have this phone and I charge it, for example, 5 hours per day. And my phone is 2 years old, for example. And usually I discharge it for 20%. From 20% to 100, I charge it every day, for example. So we can compute how much carbon footprint in kilograms you will receive in the end of the year. And also, as a plus, you can see how your battery become less. Oh yes, it's also maybe can be important for some people. And also, for example, let's check, for example, one of types of iPhone, for example, iPhone 10, why not? And also compute it. So little bit less, but that's why battery consumption is lesser, but it's also 5 tons of monoxide is very big for the year. And let's talk about what can be done in the future. Add some information about materials and also how much carbon footprint you have generated due to the production of phones, because a lot of very dangerous materials used, for example, lithium, producing different lithium alloys is very bad for environment. Also, from this, add some more functionality which can helps to compute better, or shows where you can, for example, less your footprint. And also one of the most important from overview, it's add some more types and more devices, for example, laptops, maybe computers, because everybody else in the world use it and also generate a lot of carbon footprint, and nobody understands how much they can produce it. So that's all from mine. Thank you for hearing me like this.
Dankeschön. Thank you, Vladimir. Thanks a lot. Wilfried, thanks for the challenge. The carbon footprint of an iPhone, therefore, according to your calculation, is the equality of a flight from Vienna via Dubai to Christchurch in New Zealand, as far as I calculated at least, which is very interesting about our phone usage. Danke für diese Challenge.